Did they catch me making a mistake on my Social Security calculations? Oh no, Josh, you made a mistake. Well, if I made a mistake, I got to bust out the authentic PVC pipe of knowledge. Where's my man Dennis out there in Cleveland? Dennis tried to give me a replication of the PVC pipe of knowledge, but it's not the authentic one, Dennis. Not the authentic one, all right? This is worth, look, right there. Your PVC pipe of knowledge doesn't even have the break right there. This is the original authentic. It's like, this should go in the Smithsonian. The PVC pipe of knowledge. All right, so let's go back to a video I did. Basically what I did is I took the Survey for Consumer Finances. What my premise was, I said, okay, if your income was this is what your Social Security will be. All right, and I use the SCF, so Survey Consumer Finances data, right? You can see right here. So what we're going to show you right here is 55 to 64, the ages 55 to 64. The median income is $82,000. All right, so if you're 55 to 64, you make more than $82,000. That is, you're above median. If you make less, you're below median. Now, this is before tax income. Now, a lot of people took umbrage. They said, but that says family income, Josh. All right, and I was just using an individual person. I said, how do you not? This is actually better. It's better. But I was being very conservative deliberately, so we can adjust this if we need to, which we will, because there is a family. But, you know, if you are a single husband or a single man, you're a family. If you're a widow, you're a family too. So a family includes individuals and as well as like me and Charlotte, that we're a family. See what I'm saying? So two household incomes or one is a family income. Either way, the family income, in this case, the median is $82,000. All right. So what I was basically doing here, let's do 82,000. So the first thing we got to do is figure out, we're going to assume in this case that you didn't make $82,000, an index is called the average wage index. I'm not going to get into that here. You didn't make $82,000 over the course of your career. So we're just going to say your average yearly indexed earnings was $60,000. All right, $60,000 was your average yearly indexed earnings. And you divide that by 12, and we're going to get 5,000 is our AWI, our AIME, our average index monthly earnings. And this is what Social Security is based on. All right, so we know for the fact the first 100, I think it's about $1,100. You get 90% of that, or roughly $990. You know, don't quote me on this. It's pretty doggone close. I just can't remember the exact bend points up top of my head. But just you're going to get $990. Anything above $1,100, I can't remember until we'll just say. Actually, anything it's like 1,100 to 7,000. In this case, it doesn't matter because we're not going to hit that at 7,000. Let's see, greater than 1,100, less than 7,000 is roughly 0.32. So in this case, we got 5,000 is our average index monthly earnings minus the 1,100. We got 3,900 times 32. I need my calculator. 3,900 times 32 will give us our second bend point amount. This will make sense in here just a second, amigos. That's 1248. All right, so 1248. 1248. All right, so we take this plus that, 990 plus 1248, and we get 13, so on 12, 2238. So our Social Security benefit there is 2238. All right, if our indexed yearly income was $60,000, that would be our Social Security benefit right there, 2238. So let's erase this and put 2238. All right, so we take 2238. All right, hang tight, my friends. 2238 times that by 12, and that equals what? I don't know. So I gotta look at my calculator here. My calculator. 2238 times 12 is 26,856. All right, so 26,856. All right, so now again, our last year's income was right there at 82,000. All right, so hold on a second. I'm gonna make it 82,000. So 22,856. But our last year's income was 82,000. People are like, man, that's not a very good replacement ratio. But I was like, yeah, but you're missing the point that you're losing roughly 15% to tax and probably just say 10% to your 401k. All right, so you're losing 401k. We'll just use that for an example, because hopefully you're contributing to your 401k when you're, between 55 and 64. All right, so you're losing 25% of that $82,000 right there at the gate, and that's your gross income. All right, so basically this would be considered disposable income. So 82 divided by 82 times 0.75. 61,500. All right, so this equals 61,500. So Social Security in this regard, 26,856 divided by 61,500 is going to replace. I need my calculator again. I wish you'd do the calculations before you go to the thing. It helps me verbalize this when I can visualize it and talk about it at the same time. So that's why I don't do that, by the way. I like to do it all at once because it helps me. So 61,500, 26,856 divided by 61,500. That's a replacement rate of 44%. All right, 44% of that amount right there. So Social Security is replacing 44% of your final years of earnings. All right, that's your median before tax family income. Now, all these people say, yeah, but family means two people. I said, okay, in that case, it's even better. Jeez. All these negative Nellies, man. So we know right here, if our benefit is $22.38, and it's a family, not just an individual, we know for a fact our second spouse is going to add at least half of this. So the $11.19. Right? Yeah, $11.19. We know for a fact because if it's a family income, she's going to get Social Security too, even if she didn't work. Or even she might get less or more. I don't know, but even if she didn't work, she's going to get some Social Security too. The least you'll get is half of your Social Security benefit. This is your PIA. She'll get half your PIA. Now, we're not saying when she should take it, when you should take it. We're saying this is your PIA. Her benefit will be based on your PIA, so she'll get at least half that. So in that case, that's, I get it. I'm just not good. That's 17,533. So 3,357 is our total Social Security benefit. Times that by 12, that's going to be, what, $40,000? 3,357 times 12. That's 40,284. 40,284 divided by 6150. All right, watch this. Oh, man, just don't look a gift horse in the mouth, man. It's crazy. 284 divided by 6150. That's a replacement rate of 66%. 66% replacement rate of Social Security on your highest earnings. Well, not your highest necessarily, but your last year of earnings. The earnings you made right here when you're in this category, 55 to 64. Are you going to need that kind of earnings when you're retired? No. I mean, you could, but if you don't have any debt, no. Kids are out of the house, no. I mean, just what I'm talking about. So you're like, oh, it's only 40,284. My net was 61,000. Yeah, but your net included having to pay mortgage, having to pay car insurance, you still have to pay car insurance. I grant you, kids are off the record. Your car insurance is much less. Your home insurance, you can reduce. You can downsize if you want. You might not have to downsize. I don't know. But as you get older, your bills go down. Why? Because the kids grow and get off. And then you just spend less as you get older. How many people are going to go see the Hawks when they're 82 years old? Not many. That was the premise. Oh, I hope y'all can hear that. That was the premise when I first started this channel. It's like, wait. Everyone's assuming that your income at $82,000 a year, your last years of income, is going to grow from that at 4%. Or, well, I mean, not 4%, but the 4% rule would be based on that. Well, actually, that's not true. The 4% rule is based on your portfolio, but everyone assumes that this is your expenses. Your last year before you retire, your expenses will be based on that and go with inflation. It's just simply not true. The evidence just does not exist, man. In fact, we can see the evidence right here from the Survey of Consumer Finances. We'll go to these guys, 65 to 74 and 75 and older. So here's 75 and older at 49,000. Here's 65 to 74 at 60,000. Here's 55 to 64 at 82,000. Why is their income going down? Are they all going out? Are they all going bankrupt? The answer is unequivocally no. They're just not going bankrupt because 80% of people, retirees, own their homes, and of that 80%, like the vast majority own their homes outright with no mortgage, no debt on it. And you can just see, look, we can actually go into here and see this. We can go to debt. We say, okay, we go to debt. Now, debt has increased for older people, but look at this. So here's our debt. 55 to 64 has $90,000 of debt. The people 75 and older have $36,000 debt. This is all in the same year number, 2022, by the way. So the debt has not increased. The debt has gone down. And then you can see here, it went from 90 to 45 to 36. I mean, I don't, and then we can look at net worth. What's the net worth? Now, net worth might not go up as much because well, it does, but older people are spending it down. But still, here's our net worth. Net worth for 75 and older is 334. This is a median, by the way. 334, 364, and 410. So the lowest net worth is for 75 and older, but it's growing. Now you can make a case, yeah, but percent holding net worth. Well, there it is, median, not, excuse me. So you can see right there, our net worth, everyone has some net worth essentially, and they're saying at the end of the day, or negative net worth, but at the end of the day, net worth for 75 and older is 334. So even though their debt has increased from 1989 and 2022 numbers, the net worth has increased as well, so more than the debt has. I mean, you argue against that's fine, but you'd be wrong. And you can say, well, what's their retirement accounts? And you can look here, and I imagine the retirement account's got to be lower. Simply because, so the retirement accounts are right here. 55 to 64 retirement accounts are 185. This is the median. 65 to 74 retirement accounts are 200, and then 75 and older retirement accounts are 130 because they got to spend it down. Now, the percent holding retirement accounts is only 42% of 75 and older. So you'd basically take 42% of this right here, and that'd be the median for everybody as a whole. So it'd be about 50 be 65. It'd be about 55,000 or so. So the median retirement account for 75 and older is 55,000. The median net worth is growing substantially. It's just a fact, man. And so people aren't taking debt. The median debt is growing a little bit, but not nearly to the extent of the median net worth. So there is no evidence at all that people need this income to live on. It just doesn't exist when they retire. I mean, are there some people? Sure. But in terms of the actual numbers, the data doesn't exist to support that assumption. So going back to my thing, I was just comparing this, your net income off one Social Security. And then people are like, oh, but you missed it. It's a family income, so it should be rubber. I was like, that means there should be two Social Securities, which makes it even better. Yeah, anyway, man. Look, I get it. I don't mind people throwing, sniping at me. And I say it's not sniping like they're trying to cut my legs. There are some people trying to do that. That's fine. But generally speaking, the people on my channel they're well thought-provoking individuals. I appreciate that. But man, come on. Let's not be so pessimistic on things that we can't see the blindingly obvious. I mean, the evidence that people, I can't stress this enough, that they're going to spend this kind of money when they retire, at basically their last year of spending their income, they're gonna need that kind of income in the future. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. There is no evidence for that. You might have an anecdotal piece of evidence. That's fine. Anecdote is not empirical, though. And as such, we can say, okay, so if you have 66 replacement rate of that gross income or that net income, you're doing pretty good just on Social Security alone. Anyway. All right, love to your thoughts. Don't forget to paw. Oh, you can take your masks off, people. I still got my mask on, ladies. I'm looking good. My pearly whites. Oh, my hell, pearly yellows, I should say. I have to wake up at 5:15 now every day because Charlotte's got her job. My puffy. You know what I'm trying to do? I'm putting some castor oil on this one right here. They say castor oil can help with your puffiness, and I don't see much of a difference, man. Maybe, yeah. So I put castor oil on this guy to experiment. I've been doing it for about a month and a half. When I go nights, it doesn't seem to be much of a difference. My wife says a little bit of a difference, but if you need to go poop, just do some castor oil. I'm telling you, dude, you put a little bit of castor oil, like a teaspoon, man, you will be, let's put it this way, you'll be regular. All right, God bless. But where else can you find this kind of information? Any other channel? I know we got Dr. Jennifer Daniels. I love her. She's in Costa Rica, talks about this stuff. Love her to death. She doesn't talk about castor oil plus Social Security and making you regular at the same time and talk about pearly yellows. No. You only get this here. You should subscribe to Dr. Jennifer Daniels, by the way. She's fantastic. All right. God bless.